because the flat 9 and the sharp 9 are a whole step away from each other. I'm into that. That sounds good to me. C7, flat 9, sharp 9. And flat 13. Okay, so that's 9. There's 3 9s. There's 9, there's flat 9, there's sharp 9. There are 2 11s. An 11 is also called a suspension. Remember we said we took the third and we moved it up a half step. We suspended it, like on a cliff maybe. It means the 3 to the 4. Which should resolve to this. Okay, C suspension typically does not have a third in it. A suspension is just a 4 or an 11. So 11 is an extension. But if you say C4, I've seen that on a chart too. C4, that just means, isn't that explosive, C4? Anyway, C4. Lyle Mays has a tune that starts off like that. I think it's... Love my Lyle Mays. Love my Lyle Mays. Anyways, that's 4. Now, in this case, let's call it an 11. I'm not going to put 11 in a chord that has a third in it because the F clashes with the E. The 4 clashes with the 3. Or the 11 clashes with the 3. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe in a passing, but not at the same time. I will play a sharp 11 though. Love that. So there are 2 11s. Remember I said there are 3 9s, C9, C flat 9, C7 flat 9, C7 sharp 9. There's also C7 sharp 11. Sharp 11, which doesn't clash with the third. All right, so there's 3 9s, there's 2 11s. There's C11, which is just a suspension. Take the 3, move it up a half step to the 4. Cool. What a great sound. Anyways, that's just, you can call that C4. There's nothing in there but a C and a 4 and a 5. It's basically a C triad. The root's doubled, but the C triad, but you'd move the third up to the 4th. There's no 9, there's no 7, there's nothing in that but a C triad, but the third has been moved up to the 4. So I would call that a C4. If I saw that on a chart, I would say, if I was playing piano, I'd say, well, I'm not playing a 7, I'm not playing a 9. This is a great sound, but if C4, Lyle wants a C4, that's all you're getting. C triad, but you move the third up to the 4. That's all you get. Typically in jazz, we're going to go 11. We're going to have a dominant 7 and a 9. That's truly an 11 chord because we have C9, but we've taken the third and moved it up to 11. So if you look at in my left hand, basically I have a B flat over C. Ooh, beginning of a trick, another trick. That'll be in my suspended chords video. Suspended chords sound like this. Lots of tricks to suspension chords. So 3 nines, 9, flat 9, sharp 9, 2 11s. We also have C7, sharp 11. Instead of an F, that's the 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, sharp 11. All right, so there are 3 9s, there's 2 11s, there's also 2 13s. There's C13. Has a 9 in it. Basic C7 and a 13 and a 6, right? 8, 7, 6. But if you call it a 13, that implies it has all the other notes underneath the 13. C13, I always play a 9 underneath it as well. It's a dominant 7 chord. It's a C dominant 7, C7 chord with a 9 and a 13. Very jazzy. Remember, the foundation is the basic dominant 7 chord. I digress again. So we have 13, C13, C7, flat 13. Some people call this an augmented chord. I don't call it augmented because to me this is an altered 13 chord. You hear this in, Russ Franta does this all the time. Off the first Yellow Jackets record. So if I play a C7, sharp 9, and a flat 13, that is a great 5 chord for a minor, F minor. C7, sharp 9, flat 13, leads us to so basic 3 extensions, 9, 11, and 13. Now people put all kind of other stuff. You can put them all in there together. I sometimes will go overboard and put a sharp 9, a sharp 11, and a 13. That's C7, sharp 9, sharp 11, C13, sharp 9, sharp 11. C7, or C13, sharp 11, sharp 9. That's pretty deep. Basically a C diminished, but it's got this in the foundation. This is the foundation. It's the rock. But then we put this on top of it. Great ending chord because it doesn't resolve to anything. Because it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, it's a dominant 7 chord. It could go. Could be a 5 chord for an F. That's extensions. 9, 11, and 13. Flat 9, sharp 9. So there's 3 9s. 9, sharp 9, flat 9. There's 11. There's sharp 11. Duke Ellington chord. And then there's 13. Sounds like a 6. It is a 6. But if 13 implies that it has a 7 in it. And you can put a 9 in it. I always do. And you have flat 13. And the reason why people call it an augmented chord because it's the sharp 5. You can call it a G sharp and it's a sharp 5, right? Well, I call it A flat. Depends on how you're using it. If you're using it strictly in this kind of happy trails, the augmented chord sounds like a 5 chord in a country tune to me all the time. Kind of a hokey 5 chord. That's an augmented chord. But this is a flat 13.